On Tuesday, February 17th, the Office of Multicultural Life and philosophy professor Dr. George Leiner presented a community discussion centered on the events that occurred in Ferguson, Missouri in August of last year. The panel discussion, marketed as a wide-angle view, featured panelists who, according to Leiner, had a connection with the college, community building, and expertise in their respective fields.
We have had a very difficult history in the United States, all the way back to the founding of the nation.
The panelists approached the situation from multiple perspectives, beginning with a straightforward description of the event, including a view from law enforcement, then pulling back to look at the event from a historical perspective and looking at the complex elements of causality.
The process of social conciliation really hasn't happened. We do well in terms of our integration in the workplace, but in terms of our social lives, that the lives of African Americans in particular and the majority population are widely divergent.
Leiner said that he believes that, although the conversation needs to be had in virtually every place, St. Vincent is the perfect place to have this dialogue. The purpose of academia, Leiner said, is to be able to look at difficult, complex, and controversial issues from a relatively objective perspective. Additionally, as an institution committed to the building of community through education, life, and the Benedictine tradition, Leiner said he feels that members of SVC respect each other and welcome the other, and value hospitality in community.
Well, I don't have any reason to expect that it's not going to be at times a difficult discussion. I think we all have to be willing to accept that, that at times people will feel uncomfortable about that. And I think it's a time that we all have to be patient with each other, that we have to be tolerant of each other. Even if the person we are engaging in conversation is very different from us, we need not fear that, because we know that they too are a person with whom we need to welcome into community.
Leiner stated that the need to be tolerant constitutes more than just accepting the fact that one person holds different views than another, and then walking away. Rather, he said, it requires listening carefully at what values are being advanced in their views, and what sort of vision of society those values will bring about when employed.
We need to open up these topics of discussion and ask these questions of each other directly. And so this is part of the process of doing that, of initiating those discussions.
Leiner continued that, during these kinds of discussions, it is important to remember that everybody wants the same end goal, and wants what they believe is best for the situation. He expressed that misgivings must be addressed and that change is inevitable, and people must have the willingness to give up some patterns and adopt new ones.
What I hope to accomplish is the opening of the doors of asking these questions that we need to discuss with each other.
Leiner said that he is interested in presenting more panel discussions in the near future.